What's up guys, JTM Off-Road here. Today's video, we're gonna make this problem go away. So for about 2 years now, I've been driving without heated seats and with leather in Western PA. Leather's not good when it's cold. It doesn't feel great. So I finally am fed up with it. I want to go ahead and get it fixed. It's about time. So here we are. So if you're unfamiliar with this, basically if you hit the switch, it turns on for a little bit, but then goes off, you know, maybe immediately, maybe after a little bit. So to my knowledge, what happens is one of these elements, so there's an element in the bottom part and an element in the upper part, that one of them will go bad. Chances are, if there's a bad one, I guess there's a burn mark somewhere where the element has broken and stops working. So if one of them doesn't work, neither of them are going to work. So to my knowledge, the only way to test this is to get new elements and try each of them out. So you can tell by this seat, it's pretty worn, you know, coming in and out. There's a lot of cracks and it's just not in great shape. So I figured this is going to be the one that's bad. I am like 100% positive that this is the one that's going to be bad. So I bought that one. I bought a new cover for this. I tested out the bottom seat element. And once you know it, this is not the one. I'd plugged the new element in, tried it out. It started working, and as I'm picking up my camera, it shut off. I was so confident that the bottom piece was the one that was bad, I didn't even order the top piece. Well, luck be have it, the top piece was the one that was bad. So there's 4 pieces of hardware that are holding the seat in. There's 2 nuts in the front and then 2 bolts in the back. So these are like a E-Torx head style. So you have to get special E-Torx bits. They're this style setup. I picked up a set at Home Depot, their Husky brand. They've been working out pretty well. But anyway, once you get that done, I moved it up this way to get access underneath. Mine's just chilling here on the steering wheel. I had a piece of wood underneath it, but it's just wedged just right. So I apologize, this is probably gonna be hard to see, but this was the first connector. So from the top element, there's this connector that comes down, and then over here, there's this green one. So if you're testing the bottom seat, you can just unclip this one and try this out. So even though I have a new heat element for the bottom seat, I wanted to test out the bottom seat on this one just to see if it worked. So I just plugged this one back into the new upper seat element and then this one as well. So basically I just took my new element. These are the 2 connectors that come with it. So if you plug these in and this works and it doesn't click off, then your upper element is bad and that's the one that you need to change out. So in my case, I'm going to be changing out the lower seat cover anyway, so I might as well, while I'm at it, just replace the element also. So I'm going to just make sure that the new element I got is good. So I'll be able to plug both of these in, you know, test everything out and see how it works. So I got both elements here. This is the bottom one that's plugged into the upper one, the wire that comes from the upper one, and then I have this wire plugged into the harness from the seat. So let's go ahead and fire it up, see if everything works. So it's been about a good minute or so. This hasn't turned off yet. This one's getting warm already, but that one, I had that one plugged in already. We're testing out this one to see if this one gets any warmer. I'm not feeling anything yet. Go ahead and test these out. Everything's still working here. One still doesn't feel warm yet. This one's feeling good. This bottom one takes forever. Alright, this one's finally starting to feel warm. I'd say we shut it off now. This has been going for quite a while, at least 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and unclip those, get the seat out, start working on it. right, so the cover's up. The hardest part, I think, was honestly just getting this up over this part of the seat. Getting it started was pretty rough, but you have to take the armrest out. There's no easy way to do it. I was going to try to just sneak underneath and try to get it done up there, but there's just no way it's going to work. So we were able to get this the whole way up. To get the armrest off, you're going to need to get something in here to pry the leather up so you can expose this piece. So once you get that exposed, you're going to be able to see there's like a rubber band that's on there. So you have to get the rubber band off, and you have to get that clip out, and you're able to just pull this right out. So getting that back in is going to be great. I can only imagine that's going to be a super easy thing to do. But you can see where the element went bad, and that is actually pretty scary. You can see like it's all just crusty, gross, like it's got to be like broken wire, but it's in multiple spots. So, and up there you can see it's all like burn away. Ugh, that's just not good. So anyway, just gonna go ahead and pull all this down, trying not to rip as much of the foam as possible. Oh yeah, look at that, just burnt right into the foam. Whew. Old element is out. So the element I got is very similar to this. The only thing that's different is the adhesive is on the wrong side. So this would be, if we were going to put this right back up into place, that'd be right where the leather is. I had seen stuff about that in the reviews, so I went ahead and bought some 3M adhesive. So we're going to use that. It says one-sided is not recommended, so we will spray this on here and also on there. Get it on, try to get this all back on and be done with this. Move on to the lower seat. Alright, time to move on to this guy. The back on that went better than I thought it was going to. So when you spray the adhesive, I just went to town, and you're not supposed to do that if I would have read the instructions before. It's supposed to do a few light coats, wait till it's tacky, doesn't transfer to your fingers, and then put whatever you're trying to glue on. So got that on. You know, putting everything back on was a lot easier than pulling the leather up. That was just a real pain. So hopefully this is going to go a little better. I don't think there's going to be quite the amount of stress as I had with that one. So I think first thing I have to do is take all the screws out here, so then we can get this cover off. I think it's just a few tabs around here, and then just peel everything off. And then once we flip it over, there's Velcro here, so you don't want to rip the foam up, so you want to get underneath it like I did with the other one. So once we get that out, you know, I got a new cover. So this is the cover, and you know, it's not exact. This is obviously just really worn and faded over time. It looks a little darker, but I think over time this is going to wear more, you know, maybe get a little closer to looking like this. But I mean, 60 bucks for this compared to like a couple hundred, I think I'll go this route. I'm pretty cheap. Alright, so we got the cover off. Wasn't too bad at all, a lot easier than the back one. So I'm still going to replace this. I figure while I have it off, I already have the other one, might as well just go ahead and replace it. Maybe I'll throw this on the shelf or something, I don't know. Probably not even going to be worth it. But, so one thing I probably should have done is replace this seat. So I was thinking, you know, it's probably not a big deal, whatever, it's just going to sag a little bit. But from what I've heard, this weak part is just going to let this crease, and it's just going to wear out again. So, you know, probably would have been a good idea to get the foam, but I don't know. I guess I'm not too worried about it right now. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll see how long it lasts. So we'll get this old element off, put the new one on, and hopefully be done here soon. So there we go, guys, it's all done. And from here on camera, like, you can't tell that the bottom seat cover is really different from the upper part. And I guess even getting closer, like, everything's just gray. Like, it really doesn't matter at all. Like, it just looks so much better than this, because this was just, that was just bad. It was just not good. So many rips and tears. I'm definitely glad to have this seat cover over that old torn one, by far. So it was a little challenging getting this on. These little pieces that you have to roll over. I ended up starting off at one side and going around, and things were like twisting here and it just wasn't lining up right, so I ended up having to kind of do it over again. And it seems fine, but one side over here is a little more tight than the other. The other side's like super loose, but nothing's gonna come off. But I don't know if it's just how it was made or what. But I mean, it's all on, it looks great. That was just the only thing that I, had found not, I don't know, necessarily wrong, but I don't know. I mean, it looks so much better. So much better. I love how it looks. Can't wait to get this thing in. In hindsight, after rolling this up, my weak spots in the seat are kind of showing a little more now. So I'm like, crap, maybe I should have just replaced the upper part too. But I don't know. Maybe once it wears down and it's bad enough someday, maybe I'll change it out. But for now, it's not bad. So one other thing to note with the set that I got. So sorry, there's just like a mess of wires here, so it might be hard to explain. But the wires that come from the upper seat that go over and connect to this connector, they connect on the other side of this bracket. And there's a little clip above this area that this line's supposed to go through. But this line is not as long as the old one. So I chose to go underneath here. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with anything, rubbing or clearing or anything. So it all works. The lower seat is just, it's a little further up to mount. So yeah, right here. It's just a little further up. So it might be a little bit of a pain while it's in the truck, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be fine. But everything went back and mounted up fine. We got it all back together. So we just need to get this back in the truck and we'll be done. All right, guys, it's in. Now, when it's in, it's a little more noticeable that it's like obviously new, but I think after time it's gonna, wear in and everything. It'll look right. But it's all in. I think whenever you have your seat out, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to vacuum whatever's underneath there. Mine was really disgusting. I should have got a picture before, but after, definitely a lot better. So gonna go ahead and test this out one more time, and I think we should be good. Well, guys, it worked. We had it running for a couple minutes. Started feeling the back getting warm. So excited. I honestly can't wait to go to work tomorrow so I can enjoy my ride in. While it's cold, I can actually feel the heated seats again. So super excited about that. So the bottom seat cover is a little lighter, but I think it's gonna work out over time. I think it'll be fine. It's close enough for me. I'm not too picky. And for 60 bucks, that was a huge savings over 200. So definitely like doing things on a budget. That's just how I am. So got both seat heating elements swapped out. I think everything went pretty well, all things considering. I was really not looking forward to this project just because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get it all done in a day, and actually it really wasn't that bad. I mean, it took me a few hours with filming. We actually took a break for dinner and came back, put the seat back in. Not too bad. So all in all, not a bad install at all for everything we did. So I'll be sure to leave links down in the description for you if you want to check out both seat heaters and the lower seat cover. Feel free to do that. But yeah, so if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Helps out a lot. Give the video a thumbs up. So that's about it for this video, guys. We'll see you in the next one.